A lot of people go into a civil investigation and they really don't know how their decisions today are going to influence them in the weeks, months, years, and decades ahead. When I was in federal prison, I remember following the case of Allen Stanford. He was a fella who built a rather substantial financial services company offering high yields. The guy eventually became a billionaire. He was featured in Forbes. He was frequently spoken about in the media as being an expert in financial services during kind of a heyday. I think it was like during the 1990s, during the early mid 1990s. And the government started to investigate him. What he would do is make the really bad decision of going on CNBC and talking about how big government was going after him. It was a witch hunt, how they were doing awful things to him, and it was, they didn't know what they were talking about, and really criticized the investigators, the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Banking Commission, and all of the other government agencies that were investigating him. And so basically was trying to present himself to the financial news media and the public in one way. But then when he went to trial, of course, the judge saw him in a very different light. And all of those decisions that he made going to trial really complicated him when a grand jury indicted him and he went to trial and a judge sentenced him, because not only did the jury find him guilty, but then they sent the judge sentenced him to several hundred years in federal prison. But the real difficult part for Stanford is the judge recommended that the Bureau of Prisons send him to a high security United States penitentiary. And if you look at YouTube, you will see various videos of him in the hospital because he was targeted and suffered a significantly harsher time in federal prison, because he went to a prison that he really didn't have to go to and wouldn't have gone to. You've got to be thinking all the times when you're in this system, what kind of mitigation strategy am I going to use? Even if I am choosing to exercise my right to a trial, I need to go through this with my head in the game, fully understanding what's coming ahead. And that's what we try to offer you through all of our courses at Prison Professors, is this type of information that you could learn. I can't change the past. Nobody can change the past, but you can always start sowing seeds for a better outcome. And the more you know, the more effectively you're going to be able to lead as if you're the CEO of your life, defining success, building a plan, putting your priorities in place, developing your tools, tactics, and resources, making adjustments as necessary, but really executing your plan every single day. That's where Allen Stanford really failed, and it's one of the reasons he's serving a much harsher term in federal prison that he needs to serve. I'm Michael Santos, and I believe in you. Visit us at prisonprofessors.com. Thanks.